Hello, tacticians and strategists. Welcome back to Strategic Mind, the Pacific, and playing hardball. We are about to invade Australia. For Japan, we are playing the Empire of Japan, as we recall. Yeah, sorry for the long break with playing this game. The thing is, there are actually multiple bugs with this next mission. Doesn't look like they are actually repairing it, but I think I found a way around, and in the end, you know, I also want to finish the game, and I am very motivated to play it actually. And I also want to play the US campaign. But I said that I wanted to finish this one first. So, we know that this is like fiction right now, right? So the Japanese never really attempted to invade Australia. Maybe some people were fantasizing about it, but as you can see, they were very, very overstretched already, even with Papua New Guinea. And they had huge problems with their logistics and supply lines, yeah. And the further these were stretched, the bigger the problems are, of course, especially if the people are subjugated. Yeah, and other powerful forces like the United States are actually working against this expansion. So, but it's still interesting. So we do have a lot of prestige, 5,300. Let's see what we have. So we got some more medals as well. And we do have 400 more skill points here. So let's see what we can have. We have the best training program that we can have. And I do feel, yeah, the naval battery is also a pretty good situation for us. Engineering, no, that's not interesting. Well, I think we are going for additional equipment slots because we start to have a lot of units. And that's actually not so good for us. To have so many units, so let's rather look to it that we have better units. And for that, let's have a modernization program. So there's not much that costs 150. Let's have this one. So actually, well, I think the frontline artillery is actually pretty important now that we are invading Australia. So this is going to be a land-based battle. By the way, Ogaki, what are you saying?
Events on Guadalcanal have once again demonstrated the importance of our special naval landing forces. To ensure the success of our future operations, we require motorized and well-equipped marine forces. I advise you to reinforce the Riku Sentai squads with armored forces, artillery, and armored personnel carriers. We should not miss any opportunity to capture enemy equipment for use by our forces, since regrettably, the US equipment is still better than ours.
Okay. And Nagumo, what say you?
I have heard that the army is preparing its plan of invading Australia. These fools are marching straight into the tiger's maw. The Yankees have had plenty of time to transfer lots of aircraft and tank units to the Australians' aid. Even if the army forces reach Australian shores without the Navy's support, which I highly doubt, they will find their death in the desert in the center of the Australian continent. The US tank units will steamroll them.
Okay, so what I take from this is we need to prepare for a land-based assault and we need tanks for that. And, well, we heard some good news actually, because there are new tank units to be had. New tanks. So let's have a look here. Our Chiha. Let's upgrade this one. The Chiha. Yeah, so this one is more like a thing against people, what I don't like. The Chinu is interesting though. So it is kind of expensive. This here has a long range gun, but a shorter range. For 73. So I feel that we should actually have two tanks. I believe we should upgrade this one here to Chinu. So it's like also a good anti-infantry tank or anti-soft targets tank. And then we just buy a new one. This one here with the long-range gun. I think that's probably for the best. So let's upgrade this one here. And then we buy this one with the long-range gun. Or it costs very... Can we actually upgrade this here? Is it... No, it's also, yeah, Yeah, let's buy it. It's rather expensive, but we have 5,000, so... And then... We will definitely need to use a lot of artillery. Upgrade this one. I always feel that it's actually, while this artillery here is actually quite better, and our tracked one is worse, it's actually way better if we are more active. Usually we have, if we drive around, then we have one passive phase. So I feel that we are actually upgrading this one here to the whole row. Costs 228. How much is it if we buy it? The whole row is 355. So actually, maybe we have 2 artillery pieces like these. Oh no, come on. Let's upgrade this one to whole row. And we are buying another one. Whole row. There. So then, for our flak units, the 80, this one here, the 88 millimeter, so that's like a super piece. And we have the Kohi. I feel... Yeah, well, for 223, I think it's actually not really worth it to upgrade it, but let's buy another AAG as well. Let's buy one. Like so. There we go. That's it. So that's for our land-based stuff. And also... our I guess we will not be able to use too much air recon, so maybe it's also a good idea to have a second recon. Let's buy one. And I also feel that it's actually not so bad to have this one with the mortar on it. So like that. Then we've got 2 of those. And we have plenty of infantry anyway, so I think that's sufficient as a land-based fleet. Or land-based, sorry, I'm thinking in terms of the Navy, like as land-based forces, so. Then, I think with our battleship everything is fine. I'd like to have some other equipment though. So... And I guess we should have more planes. However, this will become more expensive. So if we want to modernize everything, I guess we can probably get one Shokaku. Let's upgrade one with an enlarged hangar that costs 500. And then we can buy another... plane. So we've got 5 zeros. We have only one dive bomber. So let's buy another one. Let's buy a second dive bomber. $780. And now we are down at 2,100. And it's firstly time to upgrade our guys, right? Or is it? Is it really necessary? This costs 30. Oh yeah, well, I think 30, that's a no-brainer. Our pilots are doing a great job, so, and they are very vital. So by the way, can we actually look at this? I want to see this. This is the newest. The newest 0. Yeah, well. Slightly better at air combat. So. But doesn't get any other skills or anything. But that's fine. So then this here. Yeah, that's relatively significant. 80 points, I guess it's worth it. Let's upgrade it. And let's have a look at the picture. So this one here, so, well, like this here, the cockpit, the glass is rather iconic, isn't it? And here they've changed it slightly, so I guess it's more aerodynamic now. Yeah, the engine is different. Here this is like with the F-16 a bit, like with the airflow coming in over there. Yeah. So then we've got the 2, and then we've got our 2 torpedo bombers that cost 90, but that is actually a significant upgrade. Yeah, let's do that. So upgrading. Oops. And then we are down at 1,500. Which is not so good. And then our infantry can also be upgraded. So we've got Riku Sentai 44. And I think that's something we definitely should do. Ah yeah, they have paratrooper ability. Now that's good. So let's have you guys. Scouts. Let's upgrade our scouts and the flamers. And our heavies. And then we are at 1,100. Which is not so good. And we didn't even get any ground transport. And we didn't even, ah yeah, we can remove the bombs. I'd like to have some more radar, so we can fight better during the night. Let's remove the bombs, that gives us a little bit more resources. Yeah, that's, by the way, that's the best torpedo. Okay. And then here I feel that we should actually always have the Sapper squad, but we can get the Sappers later on, and they cost 30. So let's have the spaced armor actually. So, and it would also be good looking at this to have this third equipment slot for the ground vehicles, while for our subs. Oh, by the way, can we upgrade the subs? Yes, we can. Oh, that's so much better. The I-40, but it costs 210. Oh my goodness. So let's have this upgrade only for our hero for 100. Yeah, it's better for survivability, huh? On the other hand, I don't expect too much naval warfare, but actually rather more enemy submarines actually. But this year is actually really good because then we do get the seaplane again. So let's do that. The newest model. Let's have a look at the pictures again. So this was our... Oh, it's similar, okay. So this was the I-15 class. And this is the I-40 class. And the Akizuki class. Now that's already the best, okay. There's no upgrade here. Yeah, actually I think our destroyers will play a vital role. So let's actually get some stuff for them. Yeah, here we've got improved sonar. That costs 120, oh goodness. Oh yeah, so things are expensive. Things are expensive. So we've got one enlarged hangar and we have the additional dive bomber. So I guess that's actually, it's fine like that. We don't need more planes anyway. Or well, we could use some more, but we can't afford them and other things are more important. So we definitely should get the improved sonar. Which increases the sonar detection by 1. And it can only, it's stationary, as is the depth charge. Yeah, so we should make this one a priority actually. So let's check out. So we have 300 more points. So definitely the modernization program. Let's learn this one. And let's have the modernization. Yeah, what is more important? Our planes. Well, they only have the aircraft radar. Or the ships. And the ships have the dazzle camouflage. And they have the depth charge projectors and improved sonar. So yeah, well, actually, we don't really need either of them. Like, super. It's not super important, but I feel like if, then we should take the naval unit. So let's have that. And then we are increasing the artillery some more. So our artilleries can shoot more. Yeah, let's do that. Learn. Frontline artillery, and then we'll have the overhaul program for our naval units. So there we go. Yeah. Then, do we need the marine? Oh, we have marine squad. No, we don't need marine squads. We have all the infantry. So, the Akizuki. Hara. Well, Hara can do most with the torpedo, I guess. So let's have you with the improved sonar. You also get an improved sonar. Our defensive, Akizuki, also gets one. And then we are down at 900 prestige. You get an improved sonar. Or rather, yeah, you do. So, I think the submarine threat is probably, in addition to the Air Force threat, is probably the worst. But we are actually doing pretty well with the air defense. Contrary to the original or the real Chinese, the real Japanese. So let's have 3 ships. Let's have 3 ships with depth charges. The most experienced ones. So you. So like that. And now we are down at 488. And I feel Hara, who's basically our tank, our naval tank guy. He can probably have the torpedo. Yeah, is it worth it for the naval attack? Probably not. And I would like to know if this naval attack here, if that is actually counting towards all attacks. Not sure about that. But Hara is not a defensive guy, so he's actually sailing around and hunting. So let's give him the improved sonar as well. 120. And then the depth charges or the torpedo. I think he gets the torpedo. That's better against capital ships. So, but he needs to help out to find submarines. So, and then we are at 260. That's really bad. Would be great to have more better optics here. But that's too expensive, unfortunately. 100. So, the stewards. I wish we could sell them for prestige, but well. So, Sapper squads are certainly important, but maybe I feel like in the beginning we will most likely use more infantry and artillery and anti-air units, and then after that we can probably bring in other units. So we should only use the space armor. That costs 20. So have space armor, that one's already there. You definitely need to get a mortar. Like this one here. That increases gun range to 2. 150 mortar, that's actually a good thing. 65. Let's have that. And you need the Sapper squad. Like so. And then we have this guy. The radar. It's also stationary, costs 50. You guys have your radar. They also have the radar. Yeah, so they also get one for 50. The searchlight is also stationary, but not this little one, so we could probably get the little one later on. Also the additional stuff, but let's get the radar. That's really good for night battle. So, getting the radar. Then our artillery stays behind, so they don't need anything except for additional ammunition. And we only have 100 prestige left, so let's rather be careful there. You, however, yeah, I mean, we can get the additional ammunition later. On the other hand, like right in the beginning, it will be the worst situation, I guess. Once we land. So let's have one of them with additional ammo. One of them will land, or two of them, these two here. But let's have you. No, actually, I think we will. The beginning will be more static. I would imagine. While later on we will be more mobile. We can land the whole row here later. This one we can land later. So they have their equipment. I think they can also get other transports later on. Here, this one, the Hoha is good. 2 additional movement points, so that's like great, but it costs 180. I guess we need to conquer some cities first. So I think it's fine like this for the moment. The initial phase will be brutal enough. So, and then let's have some more aircraft radar, which we can't afford now, which is sad. So you have one. Yeah. Maybe we should cut back with the torpedoes, huh? Like the level 2. Or like the third generation. Costs 30 less. Yeah. I think that's probably worth it. To get some more radars going, and then we can get better torpedoes later on. So you do this one. And then we are at 173, so which means we can afford one more radar. Well, the aircraft radar is probably more interesting for our fighters. So you have one. So you get one aircraft. It's for 70. So, and then we've got 100 points, 100 prestige points left. Yeah. Let's have these guys get one like that. So, I think that's how we can roll. And then we've got 33 points left. Maybe we get some spaced armor. Well, we don't really need it. So we'll land with infantry. But maybe actually, like these guys here, they will land. We will land this one. I can't have space anyway, but he can have one Separ squad. So let's have that. And then we are down at 3. So we don't drive into any mines or something. Okay, so let's level our units. You get the aggressive maneuver. And the tank line provides fire support against hard targets to allied tanks and adjacent hexes once per turn. Like for tank battles, we can expect some tank battles probably. Although I'd rather destroy enemy tanks from the air and just finish them off with our tanks. But this here could be more interesting. Seal the deal. Yeah. Yeah, let's have the tank line actually. So, like this. We have the seal the deal. So you guys, you have your mortar. But they could actually use the space armor as well, huh? Or some additional ammunition, yeah, but we don't have the prestige right now, so we have to work with what we have. Observant and forward observer is interesting here. Spotting range. Yeah. Leveling that up. You need the extra reach. And defend. That's actually interesting. Air combat support. Ah yeah, okay, no, there's no difference to the other unit, so let's have the defender first. That's most important. Then the artillery is also the same. Defender and fire discipline for more ammunition. So we don't have to pay any more prestige. And then after that they will need to be mobile, I think. Counter battery could also be interesting. So, well, and that's it. Our guys. Oh yeah, and this one here. I think they need to be tank hunters. Let's have vulnerabilities and the tactical retreat. And vulnerabilities. For more hard attack. Although I also like altitude very much. But let's have vulnerabilities first. So, they are our tank hunters. Yeah, and that's it. This is how we can roll. There were actually... Oh yeah, here I saw something. So this cumulative shell, that's +2 hard attack for the cost of 1 prestige. So let's get that. For both of them. Maybe that will be useful. And we are ignoring the stewards. Can we actually sell it? Can we sell this? Disband, you will gain 0 prestige. It is 50% of the unit's cost. No, that's great. Yeah, well. Eventually we might actually use them. So. And actually this one probably doesn't need the additional ammunition. But rather this one here. This one we will land. The others. And this one. Well, this here will defend our own shipyard. So, alright, that's how we roll, I think. That is how we roll. You guys have your stuff. Yeah, good. We are going to land these 2 here. And it would be good to have a Sapper squad, but yeah. Not today, unfortunately. And I would love to upgrade the submarines. But that is not happening. So let's see. Yeah, so that's all. So 5,000, more than 5,000 prestige wasn't so much in the end. But I guess it's fine. So I also would like to upgrade our heavy cruisers, the Tone class. Yeah, there's already a model 44 here. That would be great, but costs 1,000. So the Mogami, that's the outdated one that we still have. This one is newer, smaller, but even better. More modern guns. But this one here is even better. Double guns. And this one has also, but they look a little bit bigger there. No, they are actually not. I guess the tech just increased. Yeah, well. Yeah, we have 40mm Bofors, and there they've got the 25mm Type 96. There's no difference though with the newest one. No, there's no difference, huh? No. Radar. No, no difference. Just better stats. Okay. Well, we have to live with that. The Nagato. Yeah. The Yamato, that would be cool. But that's too expensive, of course. And that's why the Japanese only had one Yamato class. which they also didn't really use too much. So basically it was just wasted resources. So this is how we roll. We have everything. We have invested everything. Nothing is left. We can shoot the artillery nicely now. Frontline artillery. And for that, yeah, let me just check it one last time. This here, these two we will land immediately, and maybe with the second wave, this one, and once we've conquered a bit, we can give this whole row some additional ammunition as well. It's not super expensive, or well, it is with 50, but we just don't have the prestige, so let's start the thing. Starting operation.
This is outrageous! We are stuck in place while the U.S. submarine fleet and their allies had cut off all of our cargo routes. Our military production is on the verge of a complete standstill. Japan is suffocating without resources. We have to put an end to this nonsense.
The Navy has spread out all of its forces in order to maximize the security of our cargo routes. And over the last year had to postpone any large-scale operations.
This is not enough. Our cargo ships are being sunk daily. We have to make decisive steps, but it seems the Navy has no clue about such a thing. We have to gain control over Australia. Only Australian resources can save our economy and military production.
Do not worry, Prime Minister. The Army, as always, is ready to do its duty. Our spirit is higher than ever, and our soldiers are full of righteous wrath, which is about to fall upon the despicable Americans as an avalanche from the slopes of Mount Fuji.
Glad to hear it. Can the Navy support our Army's effort?
Our fleet is spread out across the Pacific Ocean to protect our cargo ships. We can help, but it will require some time to gather our forces into one mighty fist.
Ha! While Yamamoto gathers his fists, my men will raise the flag above Sydney. Mark my words. In just 2 weeks, the Army will lay all of Australia's biggest cities at the Emperor's feet.
That is settled. The Army will take charge of the Australia invasion. The Navy will provide support as soon as it gathers enough forces at that area. Sugiyama, it is your chance to bring the greatest glory to our Army for the centuries to come. Do not miss it.
So there we go. The stage is set. And well, the Army...
From Prime Minister Tojo to Admiral Yamamoto. Landing on the Australian continent has become nothing but a disaster. The Army commander's lack of judgment in the situation has put our invasion forces at risk of total defeat. The situation in Australia requires the urgent support of all our naval forces. Only the Navy can save the day. Ask General Sugiyama to provide details of the operational environment and join the operation immediately.
Admiral Yamamoto, we're facing minor difficulties on the Australian continent.
Your troops deployed to take control of Australia will soon cease to exist. Is that what you mean by minor difficulties? Your convenient misrepresentations are not appreciated in this situation.
All right, I will tell you how it is. The situation is completely out of control. Our forces have landed on the northeastern coast. Initially, the first echelon's troops managed to advance deep into the Australian territory. However, the enemy has suddenly counterattacked and destroyed the southern part of our army group next to the Flinders River and encircled our northern group around Bamaga. The second group of our invasion forces came under intense air bombardment as soon as it reached the coast. My fighters were unable to stop them.
How can the Navy assist?
You must provide cover for the landing of my second group's strike forces around Townsville. If we can make that happen, the Army will regain its strategic initiative and start the invasion along the Australian eastern coast. We can gain control over the following cities: Townsville, Charlesville, Brisbane, Sydney, Canberra, and Melbourne. Regarding the Navy's strike forces, I'm assigning them the honor of taking over the other large Australian cities Adelaide, Alice Springs, Calgary, Perth, Derby, and Darwin. However, without our army units which are currently encircled, the offensive will be over before it's begun. That's why the first thing we need to do is liberate all of our troops in and around Bamaga.
Judging by your previous military achievements, I'm not sure your strike force will be able to seize even the eastern coast of Australia by itself. In any case, I cannot fully support it at this time. The main forces of our fleet will arrive in a matter of a few days. As of now, I will try to provide what cover I can with the forces available to me.
I will be thankful for any level of naval support.
Save your thanks for yourself. Whatever I'm doing it for Japan. If my actions help anyone avoid great shame, it just means they are lucky. Although remember that I will not tolerate any crimes committed by the Army against prisoners and civilians. Consider it to be my last warning.
So we are a bit displeased with this guy, with this army guy, being a little bit toxic, but probably also understandably so. So what's the situation here? This is Australia. Huge map, huge continent, lots of cities that we have to take. Yeah, and as you know, I already played the first couple of turns of this here, several times actually, because there's usually a bug happening where I cannot move the units anymore. So, however, it seems to work now, or maybe something I did was wrong or something, but I could never really use the Mogami class battleships. Yeah, so something was wrong. And I could also not move the carriers. Yeah, that was a thing. And there's also a bug, because here, as we see, save the army, that army group, okay, and cover the army troops landing. So, and these guys, they are, so I'm not sure, that one, they are going to get wrecked now, because the Australians and Americans have a lot of planes, as we can expect, and they are all attacking these guys, and they were just landing here, all around the coast. And the problem is that they are actually landing somewhere also like on these islands here, and then they just sail around and they don't land, and then the side mission fails actually, even though I killed off everything around here and they have the space. So I'm not entirely certain what's causing this. Maybe I am not allowed to take these towns here, but we'll find out. So, but that is also looking at the time. That's why I'm ending the episode here, and then we'll see. I hope it works. I think I know what to do and what not to do. So I guess we cannot deploy too many units. I guess that is actually one factor. It doesn't say how many we can deploy, but like if you deploy one and then move it, then go to the reserve again, you can deploy some more. Maybe that is a factor. So, but I'm not sure. But we will see. So the situation is this, to summarize it. Our supply lines are being threatened, and we think that taking Australia will actually protect that, because Australia is at the moment the United States or the Allied base of operations against Japan, naturally, looking at the map. So, and the Japanese army attacked and got encircled here. We need to save these guys. We need to cover them. There's a lot of artillery, tanks. Oh yeah, well, they do have good stuff, but that's like super stupid. What do they think? They can just land here in the city or what? Well, yeah, I guess that's the plan, that the infantry comes in and takes the city and they can just land here. They should have landed in force and took control of all this here, but I guess, yeah, they were pushed back and underestimated the Australian and United States strength here. Well, and that's the situation. So, we are going to deploy only there and here. Yeah. Good. And, well, we can expect, I guess, that there are not too many naval units around, like not a huge fleet. But we know that there are a lot of submarines that are threatening our supply lines. So, and we can expect a lot of air force. So that so far is clear. Yeah. So, and what happens next, we will see in the next episode. Thanks for watching. If you have any thoughts about this battle to share with the community, please do so in the comment section. You know you're always welcome. Yeah, and if you played the game yourself, please do share how you build your army. I think that would be pretty interesting for the community. I would certainly be interested in that. We do have 53 income of command points, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. We've got 46 units actually, so we can't deploy all of them. Yeah, which is why I would actually rather give up the stewards. They are not better than what we have, but yeah, we don't get anything, so let's keep them. Maybe they come in handy at some point. Let's see. Okay then, so... But what we definitely can do is actually, let's put one anti-air here. Yeah, but yeah, no, I want to end the episode here looking at the time, and also then we can probably see if something that I do is causing these bugs. Let's see. So, but this ends here. Thank you, and yeah, if you have any thoughts you wish to share, please do so in the comment section as always, and if you liked anything at all about this video so far, the army building, upgrading and stuff, my decisions, my comments, please do click the like button to support this little project here and my channel and our community, and do subscribe to the channel so you never ever miss an episode again. And thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.